Hello, everybody. All right, today I'm going to talk about one of my favorite albums of all time. I love this record. I love this band so much. It's a little lesser known band, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. So here we go. One of my favorite records of all time, one of the greatest albums of this genre that's ever been made. Seriously. The Big Prize by Honeymoon Suite is a tremendous record. I love this album. So first of all, I'll say this. To me, they're the Canadian Bon Jovi. If you like if you like the classic Bon Jovi sound, this record was actually made by the same people, the same producer, the same mixer as Slippery and Wet. Actually, I think some of these people were involved with the Aerosmith comeback, the Permanent Vacation record and Pump record. Bruce Fairbairn, who's just an amazing producer. But this record is like the classic Bon Jovi kind of. It's got the keyboard elements and very melodic guitars and big choruses, and it's a wonderful, great record. I ran into this band. Here's the backstory, because I talk a lot. My dad used to play in bands when I was a kid, and he had oh wow, it's over there. One of the bands that I'm sorry, I got distracted. One of the guys in the bands he was in, one of the guys in the same band he was in, there we go. They had this on cassette tape, and I never heard of it. But it was in a tape in a bag. And he's like, you can borrow that. And so I borrowed the cassette tape, and I was like, oh my God, who is that? Because Honeymoon Suite, like, what kind of name for a band is that, really? And the cover, now that I'm older, I appreciate it, but I was like, well, what's that? Actually, I have the tape around here somewhere. Like, that tape, I have it somewhere. I love this record so much that whenever I was in Asheville, when I was in North Carolina, it was in a used record store, the tape, and I just bought it just to have it. But I loved it, so I listened to this record all the time, and what it takes. At the time, I was really heavy into piano ballads, like really anything with a piano, I was there. And What It Takes is so beautiful. It's such a well-written, wonderfully melodic, structured pop radio song. Beautiful melody, two of us, one of a kind, and like the I could go wings. It's such a great song. This is one of the few records, I think I sat down once and made a list. There's like maybe 40 or 50 in my world where every song, killer. Not one bad song on this record. Bad Attitude, the very first song, is my dad's favorite song of all time. I ordered him a shirt that says Bad Attitude on it. This is how big of a deal this band has been to my family. In fact, I was always bummed that I never got to see them live. And then a few years ago, for like no reason, I live in Florida, for no reason, they played this place in Largo, Florida. I couldn't believe it when I read it. I immediately voice texted my brother, like, you'll have no idea who's coming. You have no idea, because they're Canadians, Canadian band. No reason for them to be in Florida, but they were here. My brother flew here so we could go see this show. Like, no bullshit. That's how much we love Honeymoon Suite. It was one of the greatest shows I've ever. I was like, there they are. Like, these guys. These songs have been in my head since I was 15, and they really painted the soundtrack for my teenage years. This and this record too. I love them. Oh my God, I love them so much. Yeah, they signed the inside. I had them sign it. In fact, well, I'm gonna do this. You'll probably be able to see it. But back there on the wall, there's a little shadow box of a bunch of pictures of me and the family and them, and I actually had a license plate made with one of their songs. So now that I've said all these things I've said in the past 60 seconds, I sound a little creepy. I sound a little creepy, don't I? But this is just how much, how much I love music, and this is how much this band has meant to me. So I highly recommend you grab The Big Prize by Honeymoon Suite. If you love any of the great 80s stuff, or you just like good music with great harmonies and great songwriting, Derry Graham is just such a badass songwriter. Real quick, I'll go through the songs. Bad Attitude is so great. Feel It Again, that was kind of one of their singles, so that did pretty well. Lost and Found, I love Lost and Found. Johnny D, who's the lead singer, sings his ass off on this. And I got Johnny D's solo record, by the way, which I also had him sign. If you're a Honeymoon Suite fan and didn't know he had a solo record, you should get this. It's great. What Does It Take? The big ballad, so wonderful. One by One. All I'm going to do is nerd out on these songs, really. Without hearing them, I don't know what I can say. All I'll tell you is that these are all great. It's a wonderful, upbeat, fun record. It's positive. It's enjoyable. It's like summertime. I just love this album. So, The Big Prize by Honeymoon Suite. You got to get this. Get it. In fact, listen, if no, I can't say that because I didn't look up how much it is. I should have looked up how much it is on Amazon before I did this. But just get it. Oh my gosh. If you have this and you don't have Racing After Midnight, get it. For me, this is kind of this one part 2. I like this one more, but these are both essential records. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm just going to keep babbling, but yeah, this is one of my favorite records of all time. The Big Prize by Honeymoon Suite. Pick it up if you're a fan of any of that kind of stuff. Also, just, real quickly, this is the kind of fan that I am. They had the singles, and they had Monsters Under the Bed, which I was, okay. You know what? I could talk forever. This is supposed to be about this record, so there you go. The Big Prize by Honeymoon Suite. You must get this. Okay, bye.